and welcome to Love Your Work with Shobna Said. Now, when I say love your work, do you actually love your work? Have there been days when you feel unhappy, unfulfilled about your job? Now, I'm not talking about the financial and the commercial parameters of your work. I'm talking more about the emotional state with which you work. And if your answer is yes, this video is for you. Now, you could be unhappy with your work for three important reasons. Reason number one, it could be the case of overwhelming work, where the workload is much beyond what you can take, or it might be an illusion of overwork because of an unorganized working style. If that's the case, I want you to bring in a little more organizing into your work by using a very simple 10-minute formula, which is the minute you reach your table, you spend 10 minutes figuring out your action steps for the day and setting your intention right for your work. And 10 minutes before you leave for the day, check what are the pending tasks and you can allocate it to the next day. Now, while you're doing all this planning, there's something more I want you to focus on. Whether there is something that you can delegate to your team members, or do you need to really learn a new skill with which you can start doing these things much better. Now, if it is not the case of unorganized work style, if it's actually too much more work than what you can take, then I would request you to honestly share your concern with your seniors and let them know how you fear there might be a compromise in the quality because of overwork, and together come back to a solution. Now, if it's not the case of overwhelming work, it could be the case of underwhelming work, which is the reason number two. Now, we all dream of days where we want to do nothing, just sleep around, relax, maybe read a book. But then one day into it, 2 days into it, and 1 week for some, you realize that you're not very happy with it and you have an urge to start contributing towards fruitful work. But that's how we are made. We are made to feel accomplished when we exert some kind of effort towards some cause. So if it is the case of underwhelm, then I would request you to meet your senior and ask for more work, and you can use this script. Although I completely feel encouraged with the work I have, I can fit in blank hours of more work into my day. And here I want you to be very specific with the amount of more work you're asking so that you don't end up overwhelmed. Okay, now this shows how honest you are. It's very rare. At the same time, how sincere and serious you are about your profession. Those are brownie points well earned. If it is not the case of overwhelm, not the case of underwhelm, and you still feel unhappy, then I want you to ask this question to yourself. Are you contributing enough to your teamwork? Now, here's what I want you to think back. There might have been days where you had played in a team and you would have relished that victory much beyond a solo victory. That's exactly how we are made. We are made to feel happy as team players. So it could be because you are not contributing much towards your teamwork, and I want you to ask this question to yourself. But if it is none of these three reasons and you still feel unhappy, it could be just a clear case of normal stress, then I would want you to shout this out loud to yourself, and that is, have pride in how far you have already come and have faith in how further far you can go, by Kristen Bishop. That's all I got for you today, and I want to hear from you. How did you handle overwhelm or underwhelm feeling of work? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your story. Stay tuned till next week. Bye-bye.